Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's another Genesys Yu-Gi-Oh video. Folks, I brought fish! I understand, I love Ghoti. It has probably one of my favorite artworks of all time. It is damn beautiful, this archetype. It's as you know, it's a TCG exclusive that came out in Power to Elements and got further support in Darkwing Blast. Fish synchros! Fish! Fish! We love them. We love these fishes. I will say this. I don't think this. I don't think this list might be for you. As you know, Ghoti is a banished deck, and because of that, you would imagine that Dimension Shifter is like a chew-in automatically. However, there are situations where I feel like Shifter is actually more detrimental to you than to your opponent, ironically enough. Obviously, the little ones. So the main gimmick is that they like to synchro summon on your opponent's turn. If it was special summon on that turn, of course, right? However, the thing is, the synchros have to. The main synchro, Arionpos, has to be sent to the graveyard as synchro material. You do not get this bonus effect here, which helps extend your plays during your opponent's turn, if it gets banished, right? Because it's not the graveyard, right? And won't get this bonus effect, which helps extend, of course. So because of that, I decided to play just more extenders, more fish dudes, of course. So let's run down card by cards. First and foremost, the non-engine, 2 Ash, Belle, Valor, a Droll. I think you can just get away not playing Ash and play 3 Belle, Valor, and of course DD Crow and Skullmeister, of course. Droll as well. I am playing Gold Sarc because Gold Sarc just helps me just get get my other tuners banished, of course. Actually, let me just I realized I had it wrong. There we go. So whoa, there, perfect, bam, editing done. The live audience. So I am running Gold Sarc as for 20 points because I'd like at least banish either Paces, like any of my tuners here, of course, or 6 as a way to start some plays, depending on how insane my hand is, of course, because you get triggered if you get banished. These come back during the standby phase if they get banished. He at least banishes a fish from grave, but if I'm starting my turn, I don't want to banish Snopios. So I just want to be able to at least get a way to just either the 6 or just get my tuners banished, depending on which ones I don't have. So I am also playing Hop Ear Squadron. It is a level 2 beast tuner, which during your opponent's main phase, quick effect, target a face monster you control, you summon this card from your hand, and then you immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon it using only this card you control and that target. So ideally, if say they negate one of your little fish dudes, you could at least get into, say, Askaan in order to help start your plays as well, or go into, say, Dragite, because Dragite's generic. It gets a spell and trap negate on your opponent's turn. 3 Beautunaful Princess. As much as I don't like this card, it is kind of still insane for this deck, in my opinion. Ghoti did get like TCG exclusive cards, like I think it's a Piss School, right? Where if it's normal summoned, you can special summon level 1, one level 6 or lower fish from your hand or defense, but it banishes when it leaves the field. Problem with this is that why is it just on normal? Why can't it be on special summon either, right? If it's banished, you can summon this, so you can special summon this card in defense. But why is it only on normal summon? That's what I don't get about this card. That's why I'm not running it. I'd rather run Beautunaful, because Beautunaful gets Lifeless Leaffish, and Lifeless Leaffish can dump Shif to the grave, which I can then banish Shif in order to boost this attack. But then, on my opponent's turn, I can get to a level 6, then an 8, and then to potentially banish the whole field off a Deep Beyond. I really do not like this card at all. I am also running 3 Icejade Ran Aegirine. you can discard one other Icejade card or water monster, or mostly on waters, of course. You special summon this card from your hand, and then you summon a level 3 Icejade token, and then while that token's on the monster zone, you are locked from this extra deck except water monsters, of course. The idea is Aegirine can just go into Gymir Aegirine or Chungus. Pick your poison, really. Sometimes because of how much lower format, there's not a whole lot of board breakers, of course, but Aegirine at least can protect from certain things like the Fire King stuff, Meteor, you know. Of course, Chungus is just gonna be a big dude, gonna be constantly banishing stuff. Pick your poison, but these are the two best water synchros that you can just make, right? You could also make that ice barrier one, Lancia. I'm not liking it because Lancia also requires 2 bricks in the main deck, so I just did opt not to. But you could. And then for the Ghoti, 3 Snopios. During the main phase, quick effect, you banish 2 fish monsters from your hand and or graveyard as cost. You summon this card from your hand. If it's special summon, you can target a face-up card on the field, banish it when it leaves the field. And if it's banished, you can banish a fish from your graveyard as cost. Add this card to your hand. This helps set up plays like, say, if you have Zep engrave or you need an extra Ghoti tutor to banish, you know, for them to come back. And it's also removal. It's fantastic. And then for the little dudes, 3 Paces. Banish this card you control. You summon a fish from your hand. You can banish Paces as cost to special summon Leaffish. And then during the all of the little small Ghoties have this following effect. During the standby phase of the next turn, after this card was banished, you can special summon this banished card. And during your opponent's main phase, if this card was special summoned this turn, you can immediately after this effect resolve synchro summon 1 fish synchro monster you control. The only one that doesn't do that is Zep, where if it's banished during your opponent's turn, you can summon it and then immediately quick synchro to a fish synchro. Shif, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target a fish you control, it gains 500 attack until the end of this turn. And then, of course, it does the little quick synchro shenanigans. 1 Keaf. If a fish monster is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. Ideally, if you go Keaf, if you have Paces or Shif and then Keaf, you can make one of the other TCG exclusives, Toxic Box Fish, which I am playing because this one's actually good. And then if a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, except during the damage step, target one of those monsters and one of your banished level 6 or lower fish monsters. You banish both this card and your opponent's monster, and then you can special summon your targeted monster. For example, if Zep got banished but it was not during your opponent's turn, you can bring back Zep, and then if this card is special summon, of course, right, you do the quick synchro, which is really good. And then of course Keaf does come back after the next standby phase after it was banished, but not your opponent's monsters. Remember that, folks. 1 Ixeep, just need another extra level 4 to help against Arionpos. If a fish monster is banished, for example, you can banish it off of Gold Sarc. You can summon this guy, which is pretty good. 1 6. If it's normal special summon, you can add a fish monster from your deck to your hand, except itself, and then you banish a monster from your hand. 1 fish monster from your hand or face up field, which is really good. It helps sets up your tuners for the next turn. And then if it's banished, you can banish a fish from your hand, graveyard, or face up field, except itself. You special summon this card. Really good. During your opponent's turn, you generally want to try to get to either Zep, or if you already have Zep, you can add, say, Snopios, and then banish Zep from your hand, and then Zep will then trigger to quick synchro, which is really good. And then I am running a White Engine, 3 Sardine, 2 Sunfish, and 1 Reincarnation. Reincarnation adds a fish monster with an effect that treats itself as a tuner from your deck to your hand. These 2. The other one, your white or synchro monsters, if it attacked, you can make it attack a second time, and then once per turn, if a level 8 or higher fish synchro monster special summon from your graveyard, even during the damage step, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls. This very rarely comes up, but Mr. White or Whale can bring itself back if it gets destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard. Sardine, it's circular. You send itself to the graveyard, you special summon it, but then you're waterlocked, fine. And if it's special summoned from the graveyard, treat it as a tuner. Sunfish is the one that you usually can't get it from grave, so you special summon it, and then it will activate its effect to become a tuner. So this will actually start your plays on the Arionpos stuff during your turn, which is really good. And then same deal as the White Sardine or as all the Whitefish. If it's special summon from the graveyard, you treat it as a tuner, and of course 2 Gold Sarc to banish or stuff. In the extra deck, Arionpos, if it's synchro summoned, banish the level 6 or lower fish from your deck. If it's used as synchro material, it gets sent to the graveyard. Target a fish monster in your graveyard, you banish it, and then add a fish with an equal or lower level. So you can usually you just banish itself in order to add Snopios or Psiics, usually just Snopios, to Askaan, a Bicorned Ghoti. If it's synchro summon, target a fish you control itself, and 1 card your opponent controls, banish them. And if it's banished, you banish a fish from your graveyard, special summon this card. Now, the one big guy here that you should not play, but I'm playing him because I like him, Gwoglim, the Spear Ghoti. You need a fish tuner and a non-tuner monster. At the start of the damage step, if this battles an opponent's monster, banish that opponent's monster, and during your opponent's standby phase, you can banish this card. Then, if the monsters used as material for this card synchro summon are all in the graveyard, this almost never happens, right? You can special summon all of them, but banish them when it leaves the field. Fortunately, they're going to be banished off of Snopios for the most part, so you don't get this. As a matter of fact, sorry, big dog, but again, editing done in front of a live audience. Ghoti the Deep Beyond is the main big special move. You need a 1+ fish tuner, so in the event you have 2 and say 6, you can just make this dude with those, right? Needs a fish tuner non-tuner monster. The original attack of this card becomes 500 times the number of banished monsters, and if this card synchro summon during your opponent's turn, banish all cards on the field. And just like the little dudes, during the next standby phase after this card was banished from the monster zone, you can special summon this banished card, which is pretty good. He's going to get astronomically high attack. White Aura Whale, it is Lightning Vortex without the discard. Gets 2 attacks and piercing battle damage. And then if it's destroyed by your opponent's card, you can banish another water monster in your graveyard, special summon this card. And guess what? Icejade Ran Aegirine needs a water tuner and a 1 onto the monster. Quick effect, you can activate this effect. Face-up monsters you control cannot be destroyed or banished, which kind of is counterintuitive, but by your opponent's card effects this turn. Then, if you activate this effect in response to your opponent's card or effect activation, and your opponent has a card with that name on their field and or graveyard, you can banish those cards. And if a card is banished by your opponent's card effect while this card's in your graveyard, special summon this card. Nice. And of course, Chungus, he gets really big. And he makes your opponents smaller. And if it would be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish a card from your graveyard. And if a card is banished, hint, you can banish a card each from your opponent's field and graveyard, which is really good. Of course, Snopios triggers this. Askaan, Deep Beyond, or Deep Beyond will fucking get rid of him, but besides the point. Adamancipator Risen Dragite, it's a level 8 water synchro. When an opponent activates a spell, trap card, or effect while you have a water monster in your graveyard, hint, you can negate the activation if you do destroy it. There's some funny things is if you have 2 6s, if you have both Arionpos and 6 on the field, you can go into Hop Ear Squadron and make Dragite on their opponent's turn. So the next spell card they activate will just get negated, which is funny. Toxic Boxfish, generic level 4. If it's synchro summon, you can target 1 card in either graveyard, banish it. If it's banished, you can target a face card your opponent controls, negate its effects. So if you open, say, Paces and Keaf, you can normal Paces, special Keaf from hand, synchro into Toxic Boxfish. Boxfish will then banish Paces. And then on your opponent's turn, you on the standby phase, you bring back Paces, and then Boxfish and Paces will then get into Arionpos, and then Arionpos does the whole shebang from there. And then I do have 3 slots. You don't have to play Ultimate Slayer in the side deck. I am playing Ultimate Slayer. I'm also running DD Crow, Skullmeister, Cosmic Cyclone, Dark Really No More. If you don't want to, you can just play any other water synchros. But I am playing 3 Garuru, Malong, and Aggregator. Malong actually kind of works in this deck because if you synchro it away off of, say, with Sardine, and it makes Askaan, and then it can also bounce a card on the field, which is pretty good. And then, but yeah, of course, folks, I got a combo video, so let's go about card by card real quick. First and foremost, this is a crazy hand, by the way. This is like genuinely insane. So first, we're gonna go Sardine. We're going to send another Sardine. Owner bringing itself out. And then Sunfish effect in hand is going to target Sardine. Since we control a monster with the same name, you can special summon it and itself. And then Sardine effect, that was special summon. And now it becomes a tuner. That counter just represents it, the tuner this turn. We're going to sync these two off in order to make the one, the only Arionpos Serpent of the Ghoti. From here, we can banish the level 6 or lower fish monster from our deck. We're going to banish Psiics in order to get the tuners rolling. From here, we're going to activate Icejade Ran Aegirine. We're going to discard the 6. I'll show, that becomes important later in order to bring itself out. And then a level 3 token. Synchro those two away in order to bring out Chungus. I love Chungus. So, I will let you know I did not change the attack and defense because it is very annoying to do it on Dueling Book. But we do have one card banished, so he's got 3,100 both ways, and your opponent loses 100. From here, we'll end our turn here. During the standby phase, here we're gonna go paste this. I'm gonna make sure this paste this out. And then from here, opponent does something we don't like. We're gonna go paste this in Arionpos in order to make Askaan the Bicorned Ghoti. We're going to Askaan target itself and then whatever your opponent has on the field. And then we're going to activate the effect of Arionpos, which target itself. And from here we can banish it in order to add a fish monster with the equal lower level. Arionpos is 6 and Snopios. From here, we're going to banish, of course, Askaan and whatever we did banish. From here, Askaan will then trigger. You're probably wondering why I'm not activating Chengying. Well, let's say my opponent still has a lot of cards still in their hand. I want to save this banish for when it like hits them the most, right? So we're gonna banish the 6 in our graveyard because Askaan got banished in order to special summon it back, and then the effect is 6 in graveyard. Of course, there we go. We triggered Chengying, banish 2 cards from your opponent's field and graveyard. 6 will then special banish a fish in our grave, no special summon itself, and then we're going to activate the effect of 6. We're going to add that Zep, and guess what? Buy Zep. We're going to banish it immediately. From here, the effect of Zep trigger, and then we will activate its effect to quick synchro. Both it and 6 will then become White Oral Whale. White Oral Whale pulls up the whole field, ladies and gentlemen, so it's pretty good here. And of course, if our opponent has anything else, I still have an Ash and then of course the Porpoise to banish something in order to blow up the field. During the draw phase, let's get that card. Oh, that's not that bad. Standby phase, we're going to trigger Psiics, we're going to bring it back. And then from here, please just kill your opponent, right? I don't know why I'm doing in the standby phase, but depending on how many banishes that you have, you can either go for go to the Deep Beyond, right? Or if it's just you just have a nice clear path, you can just make Aegirine. This White Sardine is here just to aura farm. That's really it. That's honestly it. He is really just here to aura farm. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Of course, this deck isn't optimized. I'm probably still gonna tinker around with this, but this is like a nice rough draft. I really like this deck, and I do think that Ghoti deserves more support because, God, man, all these cards look so beautiful. Yeah, see you guys then.